hear me, guys. If you still can't hear me, let me know. Hopefully you can hear me. Okay, so this is a Q&A. Okay, great. You can hear me now. Okay, great. Hi, guys. How you doing? Hi, Kaden. Gamerbot. I don't know if you're a real person or you're a bot, but if you're a real person, thanks for joining. Thanks for signing up. I'll reintroduce what the video is about. I'm just going to be answering some of the questions that some of you guys have been watching. I've been commenting on the videos you've been watching. The videos that get the most engagement on my channel, the most comments, are the ones about body shapes. So I'm going to be answering some of your questions. So I believe you missed the last 4 minutes of this video, so I'm going to just start from the top. Okay, the first comment is from Hi Abel, and he says, I'm a skinny guy. That's my problem. Is my waist too small to dress well? The answer to that is of course not. You can dress well whatever shape or size you are, and you can dress well regardless of your waist size. Now, I understand there are a lot of smaller guys out there, and that is a problem in the fashion market. Whichever part of the world you're in, petite men are underserved by the fashion market, and that's something that needs to be addressed, and actually presents a great business opportunity as well for clothes for much smaller men. There are brands out there who do specialize in providing clothes for smaller men. There is a video I did, which was, I think I did it in December. I'll put a link in the comments once this live is over, or where I recommend brands that you can go to that specialize in clothes for petite men with smaller waistlines. And this is for men, if your waistline is smaller than 28 inches, there's a lot of men out there who are that size. There is brands out there. Now, the brands are pretty good and they're doing a pretty good job. The problem is the brands that people really want to wear, even the affordable brands, your Zara's, your Uniqlo's, whatever, they are still not doing enough for smaller guys. So it is a problem in terms of finding the right size for stylish things that you want to wear. But you can dress well whatever waist size you are. Again, I'll talk a little bit more about the next questions about how to find the correct waist size. About 60 to 70% of men out there are wearing the wrong sizes, particularly in the trouser area. So, big thing. Hi, Top Hat Man. Thanks for joining. Can you please say my name? It is Fari. Hi, Fari. Thanks for joining the live. Hope you're well. It's lunchtime here in the UK. I don't know what time it is wherever you are in the world, but I hope you guys are having a good time. How you doing, guys? Laura Fry, how you doing? I do have a membership, guys, on my channel. So if you're interested in the membership, I will be posting free content, including a free course on that. So if you're interested in becoming a member, go ahead and have a look at that. But hi guys. Okay, let's move on to the next question. The next question is by Green Sacks, and he says that I had only just gotten around to slimish fit jeans in the last couple of years. Now they're out already. It's funny, yeah. Skinny jeans were very popular, have been very popular in the last sort of 10, 15 years. I think since from 2012 to like 2022, maybe like the pandemic, skinny jeans were a thing. Since the pandemic, and as Gen Z have moved into adulthood, they're really the driver of fashion trends. It's always young people who are sort of under the age of 27 is the main market of who brands like to sell to. So Gen Z are kind of driving what's in and what's out, and Gen Z are really big on full cut trousers and baggy jeans. So skinny jeans have gone out. However, we are seeing the last couple of big fashion weeks, we are seeing more men go back and start wearing slimmer, trimmer trousers. So I don't think we'll ever go back to skinny, but definitely slim fit trousers are not completely out. And again, if you don't like wearing baggy things, if you prefer wearing slim trousers, who cares what the trends are? You wear what makes you comfortable and make you look best. Now, I don't recommend skinny jeans because I don't think they look good. I don't think they're saying the right things about you as a person when you wear them. But if it's what you like, then it's what you like. But just make sure that it works for you, is my point. Next question. Can you please do colors to wear next spring? Yes, I will do colors. Colors for men, guys. Again, it's like building a house. it's quite simple. You always start off with neutrals. Your neutral colors are black, blue, brown or earth tones, your khakis. Those should be set about 60% of your wardrobe. 2/3 of your wardrobe should be neutral colors. Then the final third should be accent colors, whatever brighter colors you like. But black, white, navy, gray, brown, and earth tones should be the foundation of any man's wardrobe, because you can pretty much pair those colors with anything. So it should allow you to not need so many clothes. But I appreciate I'm in the UK and everybody here wears dark colors because we've got rubbish weather. You guys may be in India and around the world. Let me know in the comments where in the world you're watching from, guys. But in warmer climates you wear brighter clothes, so that's probably less advisable to just be stuck in neutral, but in neutral colors. But yeah, it is coming up to spring in a couple of months' time, and I will do a video on spring colors for 2026. So that's something I will do. The next question is from Black Shark Pro 3 YouTube, and he says, the reality is you won't get a fitted suit from regular clothes stores. Your best chance to achieve this is have a very good tailor to alter your off-the-rack suits, unless you have money to spend for a bespoke suit. Spot on. Very, very good comment. Yes, getting a suit that fits you properly, like you as an individual properly, is almost impossible to get from your regular stores. Bespoke suiting, a fully bespoke suit where you pick and choose every single part from the ground up, in normal cases is very expensive. In the UK, you're looking at £1,000 minimum. In the US, that's $2,000 basically, and most people on average can't afford that off the bat. They'll have to save up for it. Some people can afford it, maybe you can, that's great, but most people can't afford that, so you have to get creative. So there's something called made to measure, and that's kind of like the middle ground between a suit that's off the rack that you'd walk into Zara and buy, and a made to measure suit. So what they do is they have a suit designed as a base, and then you then go to them saying, I like this suit, can I have these bits personalized? So you can change the buttons, where the buttons are. You can have they take measurements of your body, and then they build that suit around your measurements, and then you can change a few design tweaks. So the buttons on your suit here, you can say I want a different third button, or I want a different color button. You can choose what kind of pockets you want, things like that. Little things like that where they can tweak the suit, but the basic structure of the suit is already a template. So that's usually, for example, for my friend Arthur, we went made to measure for his wedding suit, and that cost us in the region of £500. So about 60-70% cheaper than it would have cost to go fully bespoke for that same suit. We'd have probably paid the best part of £1,500, but he spent around £500 for that wedding suit, because it was made to measure. It wasn't fully bespoke, it was made to measure, it was in between. So for any guys out there who are looking for a suit that fits really well and you're limited in your budget, I would say look to made to measure. That's the best option. But obviously, if it's in your budget, go fully bespoke. I think every man at some stage in their life, a goal of yours should be to have a fully bespoke suit. Traditionally, the best places to do that is Italy, France, and England in terms of tradition. But I think you can get a quality suit anywhere in the world right now. Particularly in Southeast Asia, they've got some of the best suit tailors in there. Even in India, they've got some of the best tailors. They may not have the reputation that the European sort of stalwarts have, but they'll be just as good, to be honest. So yeah, next question. You did not include length of jacket as one of your criteria for a well-fitted jacket. So what should be the length of jacket so it's not too short or too long? Very good question, and that came from Adama Tom 2826. Thanks for that question, Adama Tom. So the best length for your jacket, in tailoring terms, they call it a seat. In other words, it's your bum. So let me see if I can demonstrate. I probably can't. Maybe right there. So what you want a suit really, depending on what you're trying to do, should sit just below your bum. just below the lower end of your bottom, right? Now, for shorter guys, you might want to go maybe an inch above your seat. So that would give you a little bit more leg length to make you look a little, give you that little sense of height. Because if it goes beyond your seat, most taller guys, traditionally you'd want your jacket to sit an inch below your seat, an inch below your bum level. But if you've got short legs or you're a shorter man, I think as a stylist, it does a disservice to you. I believe you want to go either right on your seat or just above, just to extend, give you that extra inch of legs. But the what you're trying to do is you're trying to get a jacket that sits on your seat. If you buy a jacket from a high street shop and it's more than an inch below your bum, over your bum, that jacket is too long. Even if you're a tall guy, that jacket is too long. It looks like a coat. I think it should sit right on your bum line or maybe an inch above. I wouldn't go beyond your bum line. In my opinion, that jacket is too long and it looks frumpy, in my opinion. I think for the modern man in 2026, it should sit on your seat. So that's how long a jacket should be. It should sit on your bum line or just above if you're slightly shorter, in my humble and professional opinion. Next question. How to dress up for a formal client? Yes, I have a tummy. I was planning to wear a blazer. Could you guide me? Thanks in advance. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. And that's from Boomerang24IN. Good question. How do you choose a blazer if you have a belly? If you watch a famous actor called Jonah Hill, he was in Wolf of Wall Street. I know he's actually slimmed down quite a lot, but he used to be a guy with bigger than average, and he had a belly. And if you look at his suits on award nights and things like that, they always have a deep V. Now the V, if I just fasten my suit here, this is the V of your suit, and as you can see, this jacket sits quite high up. My belly button is here. That's my belly button, and the V is 2 inches above my belly button. Okay. Now, the bigger your belly, the lower your V. So this V is high up. I'm a relatively athletically built man, right? So this high V is okay for me. If I had a lower V, it makes my torso look longer, okay? And it's a rule of proportion that if you extend the length of something, you reduce the width of it. That's just the optical illusion that the eye sees. So the deeper and the longer the V of the jacket, the slimmer the figure looks. The longer and slimmer the figure looks. Therefore, if you have a belly, the way to create length and slim it down is to have a deeper V. So if you have a belly and you want to buy a blazer, you want to look for a 1-button blazer, maximum 2, but ideally 1, and you want the V to go as low as your belly button. I know some men have higher belly buttons than low, but basically you want a jacket with as low a V as possible to give the illusion of an extended torso and hiding your belly. And obviously another rule of thumb is how close the lapel sits to your chest. So you want to make sure that you can slide your hand into the lapel so that it's not too tight. If you have a belly, you want to make sure that you got lots of room between the jacket and your chest. As you can see, there's lots of room with this jacket. It's giving me lots of room, so I look comfortable in it. If it was tight and I had a belly, you would see that I've got a belly. But the more fabric, the more room I have between the jacket and my body, the more it hides the layers underneath. If I have any belly issues, this jacket will hide it. Okay? So if you have a belly and you're trying to hide it, a deep V with a blazer with a deep V and plenty of room between the blazer's fabric and your body itself. Leave plenty of room, and that will help conceal your belly. If concealing your belly is a target of yours at this stage in your journey. Okay? But that's a very good question. I'll go move on to the next one. Can you give me a shout? My name is Jack. What's up, Jack? How you doing? Hope you're okay. Hi, my best friend died because someone... Jack, I'm really sorry to hear that, man. I pray that you find some peace in this time and you find some strength in these times, and my condolences to you and your family. But I hope you're well, and I hope you're enjoying this video and you're having a good Saturday, my friend. Laura Fry 8548. Laura, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. If your name is Laura, hoping you're enjoying your birthday and you're being spoiled by your friends and your family today. What's up, Sabira? How you doing? Thanks so much for tuning in. Let's move on to the next questions, guys. So this one is from Ryan Geftman Gold. So he's got two questions. Would you use the same approach on calves, which are sometimes too tight on jeans? Is that a common measurement area for jeans and when they are sold online? Very good question. I believe this was on my video about jeans, which is also a very popular video on my channel. No, it's not a popular measurement on jeans or trousers actually, but there are guys out there with huge calf muscles. And I know it's a challenge for you guys to find trousers and jeans that fit around your calf muscle and still work for the rest of your legs and your waistline, obviously. A lot of guys with big calf muscles end up going down the skinny jeans route, because skinny jeans, they put a little bit of elastane in the denim to give it flex. Therefore, it can wrap around your calf muscle. It's something that women struggle with as well. Some women with big calves. No, it is a problem. Obviously, if you go for a boot cut jean or a baggy jeans, that can help, because that will mean that obviously you've got plenty of room to go over your legs and fit around your calf muscle. But if you want a more tapered, more straighter cut on your jeans, then yeah, it's going to be a challenge to find jeans that go around your calf muscle. My advice for you is get an accurate measurement of your calf muscle size and then actually go into shops and measure that on the jeans and try them on. If you have particularly big calf muscles, then that's something that you have to work a little bit harder. Buying jeans online, it's not really listed online, the size of the calf muscle, the measurement of the calf area of the denim, it's not really listed online. So if you have to buy your jeans online, I would say go for a baggier fit. For safety, go for a straighter fit. Do not buy a bigger size. That's something that a lot of men do. They have something particular in their body. You should never really buy a bigger size if you have any sizing and fitting issues. You should find a brand that does sizing that works for you. Buying a bigger size ruins the overall look, and your clothes never look good if they're not the right size. Fit is so important, guys. Fit is so important. So you just have to put in the work to find a brand that does the clothing that you're looking for, whether it's jeans or trousers, that does clothing that fits for you, or go for a full cut pair of trousers and go for baggier jeans. That is the solution. Or boot cut jeans, because obviously they flare out at the calf muscle. That might help as well. And his next question is, while I'm embarrassed to tell you how infrequently I wash my jeans, I'm curious, given the fact that jeans shrink over time, do you need to add to your tape measurements to compensate for that? Good question about jeans. I did a video that went viral actually about you don't have to wash your jeans. Fundamentally, and denim enthusiasts would tell you that you shouldn't really, and you don't really need to be washing your jeans. There are different ways to clean your jeans, because yeah, you're right. Water for a sustained period of time is the enemy of jeans or of any fabric really. Water and gravity. So you want to make sure that you wash your jeans very seldom. If you insist on washing them, I would say wash them as delicate in your washing machine, or cold wash, and always air dry them. Always dry them naturally. Never put jeans in the dryer. Never put jeans in your tumble dryer, ever. The heat will expand the fibers, and then when they cool down, they will shrink even smaller. And your jeans will never fit the same again. Not to mention that they'll drain the color of the jeans. I would, if you've got selvage jeans, and actually a good way that preserves the jeans is to freeze them. Freeze your jeans, yes. Put them in a bag and put them in the freezer and leave them in the freezer for 24 hours until they're frozen stiff. That will kill 90% of the bacteria. And then thaw them outside. Put them outside to air dry, and you've got rid of the bacteria. Now, they may not necessarily be cleaner, but in terms of aesthetically, but in terms of the bacteria, that will get rid of the bacteria. Then you can give them a good wipe down. Another thing that I've seen from denim enthusiasts is taking your jeans to if you live near the beach, you can take them and put wet sand on them and rub them down with wet sand and then air dry them. Again, that cleans out the jeans as well. So you can get creative in how you want to clean your jeans. I would never really put particularly any nice pair of jeans in the washing machine. I would wash them by hand and hang them up, or I would freeze them and hang them up, or I would wash them with sea salt. Take them to the beach, wash them with sea sand rather. Rub them down with sea sand and hang them up dry. That's how to look after jeans. Question from J3 again. 5'9" to 5'10" guy here. Thoughts on using monochrome looks or tones in the same colour palette to appear taller? Excellent question, and actually a really good trick you can do, because monochrome keeps a continual light. It helps keep a continuous line of color, so your figure looks, it continues the length of your figure, and it does help you look taller if the cut of your clothes matches in with that as well. So if I wear a baggy t-shirt and baggy jeans and they're all in monochrome, the colors may be doing more to extend the length of my figure, but the cut may not be. And you want to make sure that the clothes that you've chosen in a monochromatic color scheme drape downwards. Height is all about moving the eye up, down, from up to down. So make sure that your clothes are draping down. The way they're cut, the way they sit on your body, make sure that they're going to point the eye downward. Even if you're 5'2" and you're a really short guy, you can look taller if you learn how to style your clothes moving up, down. If you're a shorter guy, whenever you want to achieve height in the way you're dressing, think of your clothes, are my clothes moving the eye from up top to down below? If there's anything moving my eyes across, I want to avoid that. So yes, monochromatic tones are perfect if you want to achieve height, but make sure that your clothes are draping downward to match with that. Because if your clothes are moving sideways, if there's anything that's moving sideways, it's not good. And also chunky trainers won't work as well. So because chunky trainers, again, give width to your silhouette. I know a lot of young people nowadays do like to wear their trainers chunkier, and it does look cool, but it's not going to make you look taller. That's just the bottom line. But very good question and very good tip for looking taller. Thanks, Sabira. Thank you, man. I appreciate the support. I'm a small channel, but the people who do watch my channel are very invested and very, very engaged. So I'm glad I'm helping people out there. But I appreciate the support. Do consider being a member, guys. I have opened up membership on my channel, and I'll be posting free content, exclusive content for membership, and a free course as well. I'm going to put I have a 30-day course that I'm actually going to upload onto there for free, so that members only can get access to that course. Okay, next question. Can you clarify something for me? I'm short and fat, and I was going to start wearing braces, as you suggested. But how do you wear braces without tucking in? My problem is that I started a diet. As with all diets, the belly is the last thing to go. Now I can't get my pants to stay up. And that's from Anthony Kane 532. First of all, Anthony, congratulations on the diet, and I'm glad that it's helping you get slimmer. That's fantastic. I am always inspired by people who set fitness goals and begin to hit them. But again, like, of course, when you do work out, whether you're building muscle or looking to shed a bit of weight, it does bring wardrobe problems. Braces, I think, are great. They've not been part of fashion for a long time, but I think now men are looking to. There's a class of men out there who are looking to bring back some of the classic styles, because we're realizing actually the old timers had it going on. They had it figured out, and we complicated things. So you're asking, how do you wear braces without tucking in? You can wear braces inside your layer. So for example, if you want to wear braces with your pants, and then you want to wear a t-shirt over your pants without tucking in that t-shirt, then find braces with a a fabric that is kind to your skin. So braces that are cotton, that are not going to dig in or irritate your skin, and simply wear them inside your t-shirt. If they're thin, then people won't be able to see that you're wearing braces inside your t-shirt. So that's what I would suggest. If you don't like tucking in your shirt or your top for your jacket, but you want to wear braces, then find cotton ones that are thin and simply wear them on your body. Or you can wear a vest inside your t-shirt and then put the braces over the vest if they're going to irritate your skin. But there's nothing wrong with wearing your braces inside on your actual body, over your shoulders, and then putting your shirt or your t-shirt over that, and off you go, and that will hold up your trousers perfectly. The other alternative, if you can't wear braces, is side adjusters. They're a great alternative because you just put on your pants and then it's got a button on the side, and that's where you can fasten up the buttons to make it fit around your waistline or whatever. I think side adjusters are a great compromise, and it keeps the front of your pants flush, so you don't need a waist belt. I think waist belts are an enemy of fashion. Waist belts originally were not designed to keep your trousers up. They were an accessory for styling. It wasn't an accessory to keep your trousers up. But for some reason, we've now adopted waist belts as a way of keeping your trousers up. That's not the original intent. Trousers were always kept up either because they were tailor-made, so they would need anything. They would have side adjusters and they would stay on your waistline, or you would wear, as Anthony has asked, you'd wear braces, and that's how your trousers will stay up. Your belt is not supposed to keep your trousers up. If your belt is what's keeping your trousers on, your trousers are the wrong size. Simple as that. So you need to get your trousers tailored or get a pair of trousers or pants that are in the right size. So I hope I've answered your question, Anthony. Well done on your diet and your fitness goals. And yeah, it looks like you're going to be shopping for pants soon if you keep going on this rate. Okay, next question. J3 again says, I wear 7 drop suits, 40 regular chest with 33-inch waist. However, when I purchased odd trousers or pants, I usually wear a size 32 because it fits perfectly, but can sometimes be tighter in the thighs. Okay, good question. Now, if you have a pair of trousers, if you were buying pants and the waistline fits well, but it doesn't go around, but it won't go around your thighs, then the solution to that is pleats. Go and get pants that are your size, so in this case, size 32, but you want to let them to have pleats. Pleats, and if you haven't watched my video on pleats, go into my channel and find the video on pleats. It's so good. And not to blow my own horn, but it's a really good video because I go into real detail about the different kind of pleats and why pleats are a cheat code, both for comfort and for style. Pleats are designed to flare out and open when you've got them on, or when you're sitting down, or if you're, in this case, you've got bigger thighs and a small waist. Pleats will open up to fit around your thighs, and then they'll close when you're standing up to allow your trousers to still drape and fall down to your shoes nicely. So the solution, if you have big thighs or muscular thighs but a relatively thinner waist, is to buy pants with pleats that will still fit on your waist but will go around but will resolve that issue of tighter thighs. So your solution, J3 again, is trouser pleats. That's the solution to that style problem. And you've asked again, should I size up to 34 pants and make adjustments? No. Pleats. Go and get pleats. You no need to size up. Buy the right size. The last thing you should ever do is buy a bigger size to fit around a particular part of your body. You just need to find the right cut to fit around that size of your body. That's what you should try and do. Moving to a bigger size always ruins the look. So J3, yep, I appreciate that. I appreciate the support. Yeah, go and get trouser pleats. Go watch my video on pleats, and then go and find trousers with pleats, and that will solve your issue. But great question, and I appreciate the support. Next question is from Richard Batty. I'm pleased to see you're a real human. I'm not AI. I've just watched 2 of your offerings. One is Suze. Are you offering tailor? Are you from a tailoring background? No, I'm from a styling background. I did have a chance to study tailoring, and I turned it down. Whether I made the right decision or not, I don't know. But I ended up choosing to go into film and doing costume design. So I'm from a film background. I did costume design, costume styling in film, and I was a costume supervisor for films. So I worked on Nigerian films, Netflix, Bollywood as a costume designer. So that's where I'm coming. That's my background. I've also worked in the corporate world as a business development manager and sales director. So I've got a sales background in terms of a corporate world, but creatively, I'm from a styling and costume design background. But I did have the opportunity to be a tailor, to study tailoring, and a lot of it wasn't the right time. But I do always appreciate tailoring, and I've always educated myself in tailoring. So um, yeah, that's it. Next question is from Stylish Over 60. Yes, absolutely. Very stylish gentleman, and you are consistently see comments from you, so I appreciate you supporting my channel. Are there any recommendations when it comes to accessories a gentleman can wear or not wear as an older man? Very good question. No, there isn't a golden rule in terms of age. I don't believe that. I believe as we age, our personalities refine. We refine our personalities, and we're consistent on the journey of reinventing ourselves and finding a better version of ourselves. So, what I would to answer that question is, what version of yourself are you now in your 60s? Because if you want to wear lots of diamonds on your watch, if that's how you want to express where you are in your journey, then that's the direction you should go. But if you're looking for refinement and elegance, I think when you're in your 60s, that's what you should go for. So there isn't really a guideline for the accessories. I would always say number one, figure out what metal suits you best, gold or silver. There are some people who think I like a bit of both, but I always think one looks better on you than the other. I did a video a long time ago on picking the right metal for you based on your skin undertone. So some people suit silver better if you have a cool skin undertone. Some people with a warm undertone suit gold. And there's a small percentage of people who have neutral skin undertones and they look good in gold and silver. So if it's accessories, it's jewelry, if it's picking a watch, find the metal that works for you. I've got a warm skin undertone, so I suit gold more than I suit silver. And then number two is find a brand that speaks to your story, or a style that speaks to your story when you're picking accessories. Because accessories should educate people in a subtle way, something about your personality, your heritage, or your background. So, for example, I have a wrist. My sister bought me some wrist jewelry. It's made of wood balls, and it's from Zimbabwe because I'm Zimbabwean. My ethnic heritage is Zimbabwean. So I like to wear that because it says a little bit about my heritage and my story. But I don't really wear a lot of jewelry and accessories because I like simplicity. Um, and for me, less is more in the way I like to dress. The less I'm doing, the more I think I'm saying, and it's the details that matter to me. But some people want more expression. Some people want more going on to express their personality. They want to wear rings and everything like that. But I always think jewelry should say something about you and your story. So whether it's got sentimental value, whether it's saying something about your cultural heritage, whether it's saying something about your love for music or your love for art or your love for business, whether it's saying something about your wealth and what you've achieved in life. If you want to wear a Rolex, a collector's item, a Patek Philippe, to show that you've achieved something and you're a serious businessman, wear that watch. Accessories are about storytelling, because when people ask you about that accessory, that watch or that ring that you're wearing, you should have a story. There should be a story behind it, and that makes you, first of all, it opens up conversation. So from a networking point of view, it opens up the opportunity for a new relationship based on that conversation and that story you've told. People love hearing stories. So it's a life hack really for starting conversations and building relationships. And number two, it just makes you a more interesting person, it gives you more depth. So accessories should always have stories behind them. They're not just about the look or finishing off the look. They should have a story behind them, because as an old adage, numbers tell, stories sell. Stories sell. You sell yourself when you have stories about you. So yeah, great question, sir. And again, thank you for supporting my channel. You have done for a while. Appreciate it. There's a comment here. When a guy has a belly, his natural waist drops as his belly grows, and his narrowest part, his waist, ends up right along the bottom of the belly. This is true. So when you talk about a big guy wearing pants on their natural waist, you are talking about creating the illusion of his having his waist there. As to the suspenders holding the trousers up and above the natural waist to disguise the belly, if you're shorter, that makes you look like your pants and you are a barrel. And if you are tall with a gut, you look like Ralph Cramden. I think a little ownership is necessary. If you're a guy with a belly, it's not a sin to have one, and let it show a tad as long as you are well groomed. It's a very good point. Again, my job is, I'm a stylist. I'm not here to kind of discuss the sociology or the psychology of it. But I think you do make a great point that, yeah, the waistline does move around when you have a big belly. However, if you go and get a proper trousers that is draped well, as I said, if you've got a bigger belly, I said it in the video which you commented, if you're a bigger guy and you've got a belly, the drape cut suit, British style tailoring suits you, because there's a lot of room, there's extra fabric in the way the suit and the pants are cut, right? So that will cover your layers. When you go and get the drape cut trousers with a fuller cut, you wear them higher up and you wear them with suspenders or braces, that should loop over your belly. Now, I appreciate it if your belly is all the way up there and your pants are all the way up here. I'll use this. If your belly's out here and your pants are already up here, that's going to create this big parachute coming from your abdomen. I understand that. However, that's how, if you get a jacket tailored to layer over that. So even if the trousers sitting here, you see how further up that is from my belly. So even if I had a belly and my pants are sitting here, my waistline is here, right? If the suit is well draped and well cut, it still helps conceal the belly. It will still help conceal the belly. So it's about picking the right jacket and the right pair of pants, and with the right cut and the right philosophy behind the tailoring, it will still help you drape and cover the belly. A good example of this is King Charles. King Charles of England, yes, our king here in England. King Charles always wears his famous look. He's famously known for having a double-breasted jacket. Go on Google and search for images of King Charles's style. You will never see a picture of King Charles where a belly is exposed. But King Charles is, trust me, that's good tailoring. He looks slim and in shape, not necessarily because he works out every day, maybe he does, but it's because of the way the jacket is draped. The suit is draped so well that it hides any layers that he has. He always looks in shape because the suit is well draped. There's always room on the jacket. It's double-breasted. There's always room on the jacket. And then his trousers always have extra room as well. So no layers are exposed. The whole point of tailoring, ladies and gentlemen, tailoring, I heard Maurice Sedgwell say this. He said a tailor is an illusionist. They're there to hide what you don't want to be seen, and to show what you do want to be seen, or at least create an illusion. That's the whole point. That's why they go to school and study how to dress the man, is to hide things. That's not to save face or to be fake. That's just personal branding and helping people feel good in their own skin. That's the role of style. So yes, take ownership that you've got a belly. Be proud of who you are regardless of your shape. I'm all for that. I'm all for that. What I'm trying to do is help men look their best. And if there's any areas of your body that you're not proud of, there's nothing wrong with using style to conceal that, and then to show off the areas that you are proud of. None of us are perfect. We all have strengths and weaknesses, and it's about celebrating and championing our strengths and helping us with our weakness. That's my job as a stylist. So yes, it is challenging if you have a belly. It is challenging. It doesn't mean you should be shamed for it. But my job is, let me help you. If you're not proud of your belly, if you're proud of it and you want to show it, fine. But if you're not, here's what to do to help you conceal it. So, but it's a very good question and a topic of discussion. So let me see. Is there any more questions, guys, before I wrap it up? I'm coming up to 45 minutes now, so I'm going to wrap this up. But if there's any more questions before I go, anyone? JC3? Anyone else with a question? I don't think so. Okay, I think that's it. So I'm going to end the live session there, guys. This video will be available on my channel. I'm going to see if I can edit it because I know we had sound issues at the beginning, but I hope you found that useful. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. And let me know in the comments if you want me to do more Q&As, because yeah, this has been fun. But thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you soon. You take care.